NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, with the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kiko Alonso charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. To throw is Winston. Dancing to his left. Open man is Howard, the tight end. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Man, this is trash. Wow.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Harris to return. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Breeze now on 1st down. And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. To try again after the sack. Breeze. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jason Pierre-Paul able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaquille Barrett, that's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The surprise 2nd-round pick, Sean Bunting, there to get a hand in.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Winston. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Jameis to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're indeed going. It's Winston. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kiko Alonso. And it'll be a turnover on downs. My partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game. But you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People wondered what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be
and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction, and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
That means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kiko Alonso able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Winston. Forced out to his left. And he's going to go down again. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. The pressure gets to him again. Alex Anzalone, the offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. On the return, Harris. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin White gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. To throw, it's Breeze. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jason Pierre-Paul getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Breeze going to go on 4th down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back.
Well,
partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all.
Don't have they got a good drive. Like,
so after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston steps away. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Hey, easy. 45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. Yeah. 45. Mike, 45. 11. You.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Hey, back up.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Kamara. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before half for Breeze. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum at the beginning of the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Check.
They run it again with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Breeze. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. So that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way. And you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
56.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Flush to his right. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
All the fucking 12 back to 12 move.
Man, you want to have a seat.
Hey, D-line, wait.
Because it's already after 5.
Check 3.
No, I'm not looking. We're going to see you right.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Winston now. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
I'm going to get tired now.
I'm going to get ready.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Wake him up. Let's see what you got on.
I can't fit nothing else.
Let's see. All right.
I can't fit nothing else. I'm fat.
Oh, man.
You need to get over there.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
All right. You know the traffic
Winston
going to be
keeps
backed
it
up.
slow. He's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
I don't want to hear nothing.
Jameis Winston. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down. Turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
Caused all of that.
it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
From the 39, Breeze nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Run level.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Well, this is caught by Gill. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
X3, 218, chopper. Break it down, fellas, break it down.
The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin White and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Ready? Back with that behind. Check, 47. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
On first down, Jones. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
You got nothing. Check 52. Flip.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.